Lois thinking, life with nuns as teachers. I'm looking forward to hearing about this. Life with nuns as teachers. Lois Sicking.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster Tom, fellow Toastmasters. Yes, I am living a life with nuns as teachers, or don't judge a book by its cover, or how I learned that appearances can be misleading and the true value of something or someone is often found from within. I began my academic career at 5 years old at Sacred Heart Elementary School in Munster, Texas. I grew up in a small town of 1,100 people. 95% were German Catholic. All of us were related to each other. Every family was expected to send a son to seminary to become a priest and a young daughter to the convent to become a nun. So when I went to Sacred Heart Elementary School, I knew that most of the nuns knew my family for generations. And like my mother said, be nice to everyone because when you die, they will be looking down on your grave and they will remember everything from the first grade. Well, that was impactful. Now, going to the first grade, I was very confident. I had this. Why? Because unlike Chaco's brother, we were required to go to the elementary school, first grade, for 2 hours the year before. So I was there with my sister for 2 hours. I had this all figured out. I already met the nun that was going to teach me. Her name was Sister Henrietta, and she was tough, but I'm tougher. I can follow rules. So I'm very confident. So I go to, and I sit down in the classroom of about 28 children. Well, I grew up in a somewhat supportive environment at home. And Sister Henrietta started calling everybody up in alphabetical order. So she called Jack Flishy up. She called this one. Then she said Lois Sicking. Well, I was there writing a note. She said, Lois, please come forward. I ignored her. And then she said, Lois Sicking, come here immediately. I thought, okay, that's more like it. So I get up there and she says, you need to come the first time I call you. And so for you to learn, you need to go stand in the corner with your nose in the corner. I thought, oh my gosh, what is this? You adults, you need to get your rules straight. My mother calls me 3 times before I go anywhere. Well, you need to know that I have 10 brothers and sisters. There are 11 of us. I was number 6. By number 6, as long as I got my chores done, I could go do anything. We ran wild. So that nun was so rude, rude. So I may have my nose in the corner and I'm looking at the Starving Children and Biafra poster going, wow, this was unexpected. And that was, and so don't judge a book by the cover because I expected her to be safe and warm and nurturing, and she wasn't. Not at all. Second grade, I had Sister Frances. Third grade, I had Sister Alberta. Fourth grade, I had Sister Mary John. And then fifth grade, Sister Georgia. I looked forward to Sister Georgia's being my teacher. I felt blessed. Why? My father used to date Sister Georgia. They were planning on getting married. And in a farming community, every Sunday afternoon, the boys went dating. They went courting. So my dad would show up to Georgia's house and they were getting serious. Well, her family didn't like that. So the next Sunday after he was coming one Sunday and she wasn't there. Oh, she went to convent. They got they sent her to convent because they did not want her to marry my father. Okay, this was a story that I was told. So when I walked into Sister Georgia's room and she called my name, we looked at each other. I knew who she was and she knew who I was. She could have been my mother. I could have been her child. And I thought, well, let's see what my dad's first choice for my mom was. I love my mother. I want to get that straight. So anyway, I liked her. A quiet demeanor, and she wasn't, abrasive like Sister Henrietta. What really turned my life around was when she gave us the concept as fifth graders about lying. She said, lying's not good. She said, but I want to tell you where you can need to consider. She said, if the Nazis come for you and they say, is your father or your parents doing this and that? You need to say no. And it's no to the evil of the world, not no that your parents aren't talking against the Gestapo. I thought, whoa, that's pretty slick. Who would have ever thought a nun would be telling me that? She amped it up one more step. She said, most of you will become mothers. And there, if it ever comes down to your children don't have food to eat or not shelter, you just need to do what you need to do to get money to put food on the table for your children. I knew what that meant. I'm still getting goosebumps about it. And I thought, I'm honored to hear this from a nun and that you could have been my mother. What this taught me again is don't judge a book by its cover, and that you need to walk into every meeting everyone, not knowing what you can learn from them. And I think of Sister Georgia often. And when she died, I grieved for her. And I still have some materials, her obituary. Thank you, Sister Georgia, and thank you, Sister Henrietta. Back to you, Tom.